Welcome back to another football show. Week 8 officially in the books. We got a great program for you guys today. I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who listens. We're getting a lot more engagement than honestly I expected, which is awesome. I love doing this, so if people keep watching, it's just a clear sign of I should just keep doing it. I have such fun talking about the NFL. Today, we got a new program. We're going to do some NFL trade news. We're going to talk about some games. It's probably going to be a bit of a shorter program, a lot tighter though. We're really trying to work on making it less of a podcast, kind of more of a news show. I want to thank PointsBet. If you ever need a sports book or a online casino, PointsBet should be the one you use. It's the best. It's the only one I use. Let's get into the program. Let's start off with the Jaguars are listening to trade offers for Brian Thomas Jr. Looks like he's putting in half the effort, which is the one-way ticket for your coach to hate you and to get less targets. This season, he can't catch things, which is a huge deal breaker when your job is to catch things. We're in like a weird state of football right now where lots of NFL rookie wide receivers are NFL ready right away, which is like this new expectation where the consensus before was it would take like 3 years to really step into it. Brian Thomas Jr. had a phenomenal rookie year. He had 10 touchdowns and 1,200 yards with Mac Jones throwing the ball to him. So is this a statement by the Jags where they may go with T. Law, who could be a sinking ship, or if BTJ were to go to another team and immediately produce, it would be hard to deny that Trevor Lawrence wasn't the problem or he's holding him back. And for a lot of people, Trevor Lawrence hasn't given enough to even be qualified as a quarterback one. So I do think it would be like organizational malpractice for a team to trade a stud like this guy. But then again, it's the Jaguars. But teams, I think, should be making the call if the Jaguars are listening. The Giants, the 49ers, the Bills, Patriots, those teams could all use another wide receiver to really level up their game. Let's go down the line to a game I really liked on Sunday. Texans 26, 49ers 15. CJ Stroud heard the haters and balled out. This was a game where it felt like the world was all over the 49ers. The entire season, people have been stomping on the Texans and CJ Stroud specifically and saying he can't lead a team, he fell off. So I felt like this game was, he overcame a lot. I'm not blinded by the fact that, yes, the Texans have one of, if not the best defense in the NFL, and that helps get the offense going. But numbers don't lie. Let's get the facts straight. CJ threw 30 for 39, 318 yards, 2 touchdowns against the 49ers defense, who's 11th in QB pressures. And if you know this Texans O-line, they've been getting shredded all year. So I found that to be super impressive. He also did this without his number one receiver, Nico Collins, and he was hitting everyone in the chest. He had that ball on a rope, tight spirals. So I would say the biggest takeaway from this Texans-49ers games was the Texans rookies, they look NFL ready. Jalen Noel, Woody Marks, Jaden Higgins, just dogs who are making huge plays out there. A couple weeks ago, I eliminated the Houston Texans from playoff contention, and now they're kind of holding on. So maybe they found some rhythm. I think the 49ers should probably spend their next few draft picks on O-line, D-line, and a couple surgeons. They're banged up literally everywhere. Not an excuse, though, to lose to this Houston Texans team. After a game like that, you probably saw Mac Jones and was like, ooh, that looks rough. We need our, was it $54 million quarterback Brock Purdy in there? But I'm worried if Brock Purdy steps in there, that O-line for the 49ers is going to get him killed. So that's kind of all I have to say about that game. Let's go to another game that I really, really liked. Patriots 32, Browns 13. Can we say the Patriots are the best team in the NFL, or at least top 3? The first half of this game looked sketchy, but then the Patriots put belt to ass. It looks like they might be back to their dynasty. They have a really strong record of 6-2. They're leading the AFC East. Drake May's just playing out of his mind. I love to see it. May VP, he's a top 5 quarterback right now. There's no denying that. He leads in completion percentage, 4th in yards, 5th in touchdowns, and leads in passer rating. They have a very easy strength of schedule for the rest of the season. Patriots fans, you got to be checking the weather for Super Bowl City. Drake May annihilated a top-shelf defense in the Cleveland Browns. He's on a 5-game win streak. Like, I see the power rankings, and I just can't wrap my head around it because we have people are listing the Broncos, Bucks, Packers, Bills, Rams, maybe even the Chiefs all over the Patriots from our so-called experts, and I just don't believe that at all. I think the Patriots are playing at a level that is disrespectful to the 31 other teams in the league. The Patriots are 4th in total points, 4th in points against per game, and 5th in total yards. In my definition of elite, that fits the box perfectly. And I've only talked about the offense. The defense is excellent. They gave up only 9 second-half points in the last 3 games. I mean, no other defense is doing it like that. The Patriots are special. Diggs, Drake, Diggs, Booty, 3 magnificent players. And on the other side of the ball, for the team they were playing against, the Cleveland Browns, it's been a clown show for a while. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks, but your defense still got abused out there. And knock, knock, Cleveland, you there? You're supposed to have one of the best run defenses in the league. The Patriots put up 177 rushing yards against you. We know the offense is a complete shithole. We know Dylan Gabriel isn't doing much. He can't find it. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for Myles Garrett. He was complaining, begging to get traded. Then he signs this fat contract, pretty much foregoing his chance at a Super Bowl appearance. So at this point, the Browns may as well start Shedeur Sanders just to make people happy. What's the downside? You're not winning games regardless. The defense is slowly falling off. That's all I got to say about that game. We'll go to our final game. Jets 39, Bengals 38. Probably the best game on Sunday. The Sunday slate was pretty bad compared to the other weeks. But congratulations to the New York Jets. First win of the season. That must feel amazing. Breece Hall and Justin Fields really put on a show, and this is after Justin Fields was crying in his closet, and for him to come out and have a fourth quarter performance like that is just amazing. Breece Hall, welcome back game, ? He has 2 touchdowns and also saved the game with a passing touchdown. I wonder if this makes him more of a trade target or if the Jets reassess the team, look at a guy like this and be like, we need to keep a guy like that in our locker room to get to where we need to be. The Jets had 502 total yards. When you see a team like that, you kind of just scratch your head and be like, that's a really elite offense, right? But then you look at who they're playing, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals scored 38 points against the Jets and lost. I think getting struck by lightning twice has a better odds of happening. I watch a lot of AFC North football games, and I think this is the worst Cincy defense I've ever seen. It was 31-16 at one point. Zach Taylor is clearly the problem. He said in the post-game interview, I thought this was hilarious, we never really had a chance to break that game open. Did this guy have a stroke? The Bengals were up 2 touchdowns against the Jets. What do you mean? I'm starting to think this is the standard for the Bengals. Giving that many points up to the New York Jets is a fireable offense. The fans demand it. If you let Justin Fields, who got benched last week, play like a Pro Bowler against you, you gotta go. I'm not even sure what Duke Tobin does or Al Golden has to go. Clean the house. Zach Taylor is one of the most deranged play callers I've ever seen. Running on 2nd and 9 and gaining 0 yards with under a minute left in the game. Trying to feed Yoshi at the end of the game is certainly a choice. You got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I just don't get it. I feel bad for Bengals fans because everybody in the world knows how high that ceiling is, and they just love to be basement-dwelling losers. And I won't forgive you for ruining the Jets' winless season. My last remarks of the week, thank you to Tyler Snoop Huntley for keeping the Ravens season alive. Massive W considering everybody else in the AFC North lost. This puts us right back on track. I don't want to talk about the Ravens too much because of how hell the season's really been, but brick by brick, step by step, we might make it to the playoffs. We'll see how much grit this team really has, but exciting things are happening in Baltimore. Lamar will be back next week. It does make me think, where would we be if Snoop was playing over Cooper Rush for a majority of the games? I wonder if we would be able to beat the Rams if he was in. The offense looks a lot more like when Lamar's running it with Snoop instead of pocket passer Cooper Rush. The Ravens offense just doesn't. They can't go with a pocket passer. We need a guy who can run around, use his legs, use his arm. Also, when you think the Atlanta Falcons are good, they always remind you that they're one step closer to poverty than a Super Bowl. I find that to be really interesting. They got belt to ass by the Miami Dolphins, who lost by the Cleveland Browns by like 30 points. So to lose to the Dolphins by that amount at home, complete embarrassment. Bijan Robinson probably had the worst stats against the Miami Dolphins for a running back, which sucks because I've been preaching all year that he is the best running back in the league. And last point I want to make is Brian Kelly, coach of LSU, got fired. He's owed at least $54 million. I'm really jealous. I think being a college football coach who gets fired is the best job in the world. You get a payout and you're probably going to get hired soon anyways. So that's all the football we're going to talk to today. Our time is out. I want to thank you guys for listening. Keep coming back. I love doing this show. We're getting more and more views and engagement. Follow the TikTok Sideshow Kit. It's banging over there. That's where we post majority of our clips. So thank you guys for your time. Until next time, so long for just a while.